Welcome back to TacticalAdv. Today we're going to take a look at this. You guys might actually remember this gun. This is a Glock 17 we built way back in I want to say 2008 or so. But the time has come to upgrade the sights on it. Just got some factory Glock sights on it right now. What we decided to put on it was some Ameriglo GL-101 IDOT night sights. So this is going to be a really quick, easy install. I know this is old hat for a lot of guys, and changing sights out on Glocks isn't inherently difficult, but I figured I was doing the job, so we take a quick video of it. So what I'm going to try and do is as minimal edits as I can, and have this be kind of as real time as I can get to give you guys an idea of really how long this job really takes. So obviously I already got the thread protector off. KKM barrel. All right, so there's our slide. We'll go ahead and get these sights open. So our front and our rear. What I'm actually going to do to install these sights, I'm going to use my Wheeler sight pusher tool. So this is way overkill to do this job, guys, but I have it. The thing's a beast, so we might as well use it. You could certainly do this job with like a brass punch and a gunsmithing hammer, Delrin punch. You do not need a sight pusher to do this, especially on like the Gen 3s, man. These come in and out pretty easy, but the tool's here, so we might as well use it. Let's get her set up real quick. This thing is a hoss. They're really easy to use. Does the job really well. They are pricey, but they for sure get it done. Really why I bought the sight pusher is to do kind of some of the harder dovetails that you see out there. Not so much for Glock, but it will definitely do it. So we'll have the rear sight out here in about, 20 seconds or so. With the rear sight on a Glock, it doesn't really matter if you go right to left, left to right. Sometimes you have to fit sights just a little bit because there's so many aftermarket offerings. But normally it's not that much of a to-do. The rear sight dovetail is normally forgiving enough in nature that you could push one in with a sight pusher if you had to. But a piece of sandpaper or a file will take care of that as well. So that sight is out. So instead of trying to kind of go the opposite direction or back this all the way off, I'm just going to back it off enough. Start the sight, and I'll just push it back in the opposite direction that I took the other one off in. Okay. So these IDOTs are pretty cool. I'll give you guys a little shot of that. I'm a fan of Ameriglos. I also run them on my carry gun. They're suppressor heights. But I like these IDOTs. You know, it's a takeoff like the Heine Straight 8. This gun is going to remain an iron sight gun, which is why I kind of went with that. I am a fan of Ameriglo. I think you get a lot of value. I went a little too far. A lot of value for what you pay. Their offerings are actually priced very well for what you get, and certainly not bashing any of the other companies. If you guys watch the channel, you know I'll kind of run anything. I've got XS, Trigis, all sorts of offerings in my guns. Okay, so we got that started. Just barely got it in there, but we'll see if she'll start moving. And sorry guys, I know this is kind of slow, but I'm purposely kind of trying to do it this way. So you can see how long this takes versus editing. So About halfway, that's when you'll start meeting resistance. So I'll just sit it down and start giving her some cranks. I actually think it probably would have been faster with a punch. So we're getting there now. And just start keeping an eye on it to get her relatively centered, which I think we're pretty good right there. Okay, rear's in. You got a good look at it there. So now we got to remove the front. Gosh, I can't remember what size screw that is, but Glock uses these really super small little screws. That's out. Let me see if the tool tells me. Yeah, 3/16. So that's out. Sometimes you may have to grab a little pair of needle nose or something to get it out of there, or something to just press it through, which we'll try an Allen key, which worked, no problem. And then we're ready to do our front. So on our front, same tool, I'm just going to put a little bit of Loctite on this screw. And now with this tool, I'll show you guys a trick, because the heads on these, this is the one that came off the factory site, but the heads are so small. You can actually buy a Glock tool or a tool to do Glock sights that works really well for that. But if you're just using like a little nut driver, what you run into a lot of times is they're so deep, it allows the little screw to kind of just flop around in there. So what I've done with this one is just put a little piece of foam, and another thing you can do is just take a little bit of gun grease, if I can get her to flow, and just put enough in there that it wants to kind of stick a little bit, and that'll just kind of keep it from flopping around on you. We'll go ahead and place our front. Okay, got her started. And give her a little bit of love. Then we'll take a peek to see how it looks. Obviously, I'll laser bore sight this later if I have to do any movement. But there you have it, guys. Total install of a set of Glock sights. I don't know, 8 minutes or so. But there you go. See you next time.